So a lot of people ask me how much coffee they should put in for their cup of coffee, how actual beans should go into the brew. And a lot of times people are thinking in terms of tablespoons, in terms of volume. But one of the first things I always like to say is don't look at volume, look at mass. I mean, the difference here is we need to measure by weight because beans are not a uniform thing that take up the same amount of space. I've got a tablespoon measure here. I've got a sample of our decaf. If I'm on a scale here that's taired, I'm going to do a tablespoon of our decaf beans. That's almost 7.5 grams. If I can contrast something like this Sumatra here, Sumatra tends to have fairly large bean size, so they're kind of more expanded. A tablespoon of Sumatra is only about 6.3 grams. So that's a whole gram difference. That's like a 15% swing from one of those to the other with the same 1 tablespoon measure. When we talk about ratios in coffee, we talk about a brew ratio of like 1 part beans to X amount of water. The classic ratio for specialty coffee is 1 part beans to about 15 parts water, a 1:15 ratio. But if we're talking that big of a swing, it's almost like why even bother? That might be a 1:12 or a 1:17. But if you're depending on the kind of bean that you're using. So coffee professionals, we always talk in terms of weight. Because that allows us to be very precise in terms of, this particular blend or this particular roast is doing great at 1:16, or this other one might do better at in a different brew method at 1:12 or whatever it is. But it really starts with having a fundamental understanding, controlling your variables. We sell a scale on our website that's even got a little nifty Ohm logo on it. But you don't have to spend $80 on a barista scale. You can spend 15 or 20 bucks on a scale at Amazon. But that will get you into the game, and that will get you on the path to drinking better coffee. So the one thing to look at if you're doing a scale is to try to get 0.1 gram increments, 1/10 of a gram. That allows you to be super accurate. A bean of coffee is about 1/10 of a gram. So you can be as accurate and as geeky as you want to be with that kind of scale measure.